Okay, now we're going to look at the third method of solving systems of equations, and this process is called elimination. And what that implies is that you have to eliminate one of the variables in order to solve for the other. So let's look at these two expressions. X plus 10y is equal to 3, and 4x plus 5y is equal to 5. Okay, in order to eliminate a variable, either the x's with their coefficients have to be the same, or the y's and their coefficients have to be the same. If they're not, you need to make them the same. And in this case, we can say, hey, if this x up here, this single x up here, I'd have to multiply it by 4 for it to equal this one down here. Or this y here, I'd have to multiply it by 2 for it to be equal to 10y. So we'll just do the easier of the two, and let's make the y's equal, which means we will eliminate them. So the first thing you need to do is multiply this entire equation by 2. And what that gives me is 8x plus 10y equal 10. Once you've done that, you've got the new equation. You don't need that old equation anymore. You can just scratch it out. Okay, so now I'm dealing with this equation and this one. And now I just do straight subtraction. If it turns out that the variables and the coefficient, the signs are different, then what you're doing is adding. But in this case, both signs are the same. It's plus 10y and plus 10y, so we subtract. So 10y minus 10y is 0. So these cancel, okay? Then you have to do the same with the others. X minus 8x is negative 7x. And then you have to go over to the constants on the right side. 3 minus 10 is negative 7. So if negative 7x equals negative 7, that means x is equal to 1. Okay, so we've solved that. Now if you know x is equal to 1, you can plug that back in to any of these equations. We'll just look at this one. So if this is 1 plus 10y is equal to 3, then we can solve for y. So we just move the 1 to the other side, subtract 1 there and subtract 1 over here, and we get 10y is equal to 2. Divide both sides by 10, and we get y is equal to 2/10 or 1/5. So there, by elimination, we've solved for both x and y. And that's how you do elimination. Now keep in mind, you can eliminate either variable. We chose to eliminate the y because it was easier to do that way. But if it's easier to eliminate the x, you can do that. Even if it's harder to eliminate the x, you can still eliminate the x the same way, and you come out with the exact same answers. So that's how you do elimination. Set two of the variables equal to each other, add or subtract depending on their signs to eliminate them, and then do the same operation with the other variable and the constants, and then solve for that variable, and then plug it back in to solve for the first one. And that's how you do elimination.